All right. Welcome to another episode of the Pink Boys podcast. And I just heard a really disgusting cough before we started, but I think
and it wasn't me. And
it wasn't
me.
It wasn't Tyson making a weird noise, but I got something to clear up. You could put this in the genre of housekeeping or what, but I've heard that we've all been up to some kind of cool normal person things lately, and I need to nip that in the bud right now. We're going to have to calm that down. So
yeah, we have to come clean, guys. We've done something that we can't. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'm just letting you guys know I'm watching you, and I'm aware that you're doing normal person activities with the opposite sex, and I'm watching you. That's all I can say.
It's the opposite of HS, you know? It's literally the opposite.
I don't follow that one quite, but let's just say it's hurting our brand. You know, we need to stop doing that.
I just want to assure the audience, like, this is a one-time thing. You know, it's not going to happen again.
Well, what are some, like, you know how cicadas come every 17 years, like locust swarms? That's me with that specific act. So,
that heinous crime.
Yeah, exactly. Every other, like, what is it? Hidden moon or harvest moon every 2 years, you know, that's when I have to go and breed. So
are those like the green moons?
I don't know. Is that a thing? A green moon?
Green moon.
That sounds cool. So
yeah, that's real. Oh no, that's the name of a racehorse.
Okay. Like the wild pyramid, or what was that one? The Pharaoh. There was one called the Pharaoh.
Fastest racehorse ever to live.
Okay. I'm learning a lot already. So I just want to make
fucking pharaohs.
We're gonna have to loop back around on that one and see if we can get that in a better place by the end of the episode. So just tuck that one into your back pocket, and I just want to let you guys all know that I'm here with Adam and Tyson, and no I. So does that mean we can do whatever we want in the house? You know, order pizza. You know, not have to worry about anything.
Beers from Dad's fridge.
Yeah. I got some cool words that Dad won't let me say that I might say by the end of this. So
also, we all are in the same location. We're in the Pink Boys house at the moment, recording.
The Pink Boys cloud house?
No, you can't talk about that project. My friend runs it. Okay, boy, you're not here now.
What is that from?
I don't know. I just kind of freeballed it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was you making up a joke. It sounded like you were imitating something.
You know,
that was weird.
because Ari was gone, I was expecting like a schizophrenia-free episode, but I guess that's not going to happen.
Seriously, spring it right back. Soon I have to ask you a normal question, then you just go, Sonic the Hedgehog, you know. But you know, you're better than that. You're better than that.
Not tonight, Dad. It's not happening at the family birthday. I don't know.
All right.
It was like Ari's really here.
Yeah, it's like he's really here in spirit. Yep. Straight jacket Ari. But I'll just say, I'm doing all right. Adam, how are you doing?
Yo, look, and I've been saying it for a few months now. Bros, we're gonna make it.
All right.
I don't know if we're getting into the crypto talk just yet, but in the series of about 4 days, we've gone from 4 cents to nearly 10 cents. That's nearly 2x, guys.
Wait, are you serious?
Let's
dead
go,
serious.
bros. From 90% down to fucking 60% down.
No.
What the fuck up? Mega weapon, my dick.
No, I'd like to retract. My previous statement. I am not doing well. The kid Moyers are not okay. They are not okay. Let me move away from that. Tyson, how are you doing?
I'm doing beautiful.
How's your training?
Extra fucking fancy because I'm sipping coffee out of like this really fucking tiny cup.
Like an espresso cup, Tyson. That's what they call.
Yeah. No, but this is a good week, dude. My fucking Solanis.
Didn't you go?
Well,
weren't you aping in at like $20? Wasn't that the plan?
I went in at 28, and now it's like 46 or some shit. But fuck, I only went in like the third size.
Yeah, my crypto's doing well too, guys. Heh. Let's keep talking about that.
You were there in the dumps with me when I was literally like negative days for like 7 weeks straight. So it's fine.
I don't think my days are coming. I think my days are over. Let's just say that. I got a lot of thinking to do. I just got a cold hard shill from one of our biggest bag of tricksters who might have recommended Kilt before, and I might go in on it and just as a last gasp, and also that redacted project that I'm sure will pan out wonderfully.
Yeah, it'll go well.
I guess we could talk about it because no, I'm just kidding. All right.
But hold on. I do want to take a second to give myself like a victory blowjob.
Yeah,
but
victory wank.
If you guys aren't following my Twitter already at Tyson Trades on Twitter.com, follow me right now because I'm on fucking fire, dude. I call this entire dump and pump.
You know what? This podcast wouldn't exist if it weren't for your Twitter, because that was how I got to talking to you. Was we were on a different Discord and I saw your Twitter and you would just make a bunch of calls about Link and I just respond with a crown and say king and I was like an OG Tyson simp before he took me under his wing, and I still am to this day. So yeah. Well, hey, just saying, I'm like, this guy's going in, he's making the right calls, and I'm watching them unfold right now. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? I see it right in front of me. It was impressive.
I think one time you fucking asked me to like do a TA on your Disney shares or something.
Yeah, well, you said I like to keep myself, spry, like a spry chicken with my TA analysis or my TA. You just said, give me anything you're looking at right now, and I gave you Disney stock, and you gave your little spiel on it, your presentation, and it was great. It was great. We should go look back at that and see if you were right, but this was pre-COVID, so I don't know. I'll give you a pass on that one, but maybe you're right. Who knows? You know what my favorite thing about Disney stock is? It did go up for a little bit. This is way back in there. This was 3 or 4 years ago when I still cared about stocks. I did make some money off MoneyGram, like a reverse Ripple. The Ripple was using MoneyGram to legitimize themselves, but all it did was make MoneyGram go up and Ripple go down. So I bought MoneyGram. It was pretty funny. So I'll just say, the huge thing with Disney stock back in the day was they kept saying that there was a CME gap that needed to be filled. And now every time people talk about CME gaps, I always laugh. And spoilers, it was filled. CME gap was filled on Disney, so it got busted up. Too much fucking garbage that they're exporting. Too much. Marvel Phase 4 was shit.
Can you explain CME gaps to me? If I was
I'm not a fan.
Didn't know what they were.
I think they're a complete meme. I think
Tyson, can you verbalize it better than me? If you can't, let me know. But just try.
So you know how the stock market okay, I could be completely wrong, but you know how the stock market like fucking closes and like opens and shit.
Yeah.
Actually, no, hold on, that's wrong.
No, that is wrong. Keep going.
When the market's like moving too fast, sometimes like the price doesn't just crawl all the way up; it just fucking gaps up, like it teleports up, and there's like a gap in between.
Well, like that happens in fucking Bitcoin though, where it just like bumps up like $100, and there's like a gap in the fucking line chart on the candles. Is that what a CME gap? Is that what a CME?
So that's a CME gap. Yeah.
That's an order book problem then, isn't it?
Audible?
It's a what?
Order book.
Oh, order book.
Yeah, this podcast is sponsored by Audible.com.
Yeah. I can't hear you through that disgusting Australian accent. Order book, order block, whatever. Yeah, it's when it goes up too quickly. There's a literal gap on a candlestick chart, and it goes up exponentially. And people say no, it needs to go back down and retest that gap or fill that gap. And
no, guys, it needs to retest these levels. I swear to God, every time it touches the level, it gets stronger. That's how it works, guys.
You know the funniest thing? I think like 2 years ago, when Bitcoin was at like fucking 3K, it teleported up to 5K, and there's a CME gap at 3 to 4K. So
people keep pretending we're gonna fill that.
Link had more than like 70 cents as well, so that's why
it was like Link always has to retest 70 cents. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's where the meme came from.
Tyson, don't think I'm not watching you. Did you have a stock to share with us at some point? Or are you still not sharing that?
Oh fuck!
All right, I won't make you do it, but it's a coming.
Tyson's alpha is Tyson's alpha.
You know what? Loyal listeners, he told me on the side, and I won't blow up his spot. I do respect Tyson's opinion, but if it does poorly, I will be letting you guys know. So
let me check the stock. If it's up, I'm not going to share it. If it's down, I will share it.
Ugh.
All right. While you're checking that, I'll just say,
fuck.
Is it up?
God, yeah.
That's good though, right?
I didn't buy it yet. Fucking shitty bank. I have a broker. Yeah.
Get E-Trade. That's what I used back in the day. E-Trade's
Use
great.
Robinhood, man.
Can you buy like fucking like different countries' shares and shit?
I'll take a look, and then you could just send it to me on USDT and never see it again. We'll have to awkwardly talk about it on this show every week. Like, hey, you got that 10 grand that I sent over to you? Like, yeah.
Send winky face.
Yeah, the broker said I needed your Rolex as collateral, so can you send that too? That's how stock trading works. Since you guys kind of got into it a little bit, I have no problem talking about it, but just to rewind, because I haven't been paying as much attention because I've been getting completely decimated by the market. Bitcoin, it's at 23.7. That's pretty impressive. I thought we'd be sub 20, but the way it's holding right now, and with base Biden propping up this amazing country, I think prospects are looking pretty good for Bitcoin.
Can you see?
Hey, he's finishing Trump's wall. He's getting COVID twice. He's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So
yeah.
he's going to Israel.
Is he actually finishing the wall?
Yeah, he is. I read an article about it today. It's great. So he overturned Roe v. Wade.
Yeah,
he
also he's still keeping the kids in cages, which is insanely
He's still keeping the kids in cages. And that guy Corn Pop, he shot first. He was in the wrong. Joe Biden showed him who was fucking boss. So whatever. It happens.
I'm gonna have to hit the base button on that one.
But meanwhile, people are sitting back and saying, "No, we need to reelect Trump because he's a Republican that likes gay people." Oh, that's great. We need that in our. Okay, cool. You know what? I'll stick with fucking base Biden. How's that sound? Who tells people to just eat chocolate shit? You know, I'm fine with that.
No. When he was like, "We need to commemorate the Holocaust,"
I've actually come around to that.
I was like, "Bruh, take your meds, Biden."
Yeah, he was like, "We need to keep the memory of the Holocaust alive."
I'm fucking with you more. Like it's time to accelerate. Just vote for like the most retarded candidates.
Be careful with that word. Be careful with the accelerate word, Tyson.
I don't know how it could get worse than him from a mental standpoint. It would have to be someone who's more mentally aware but more incompetent. I guess. Just like maybe Kamala. Like I don't know.
Some like feisty Latina that's like trying to push like post-birth abortion or some shit.
So AOC. So you want AOC? Just say it out loud. Just say it out loud.
Yeah, I've been eyeing her out recently.
Hey, I can talk again.
Recently, I'm a day one bitch. I'm on that campaign trail, you know, in the Bronx.
I'm a research convert. I'll say that.
Well, really? Adam, that video is infamous where she goes, "Oh my God!" And it's when she wins the election. Ever since I saw that video of her realizing she won on the screen, I was in love. And that's okay. I can be in love. That's fine.
My favorite video was, "We did it, Joe. We did it. You did it, Joe."
That's Kamala Harris.
I know, but it's just my favorite fucking video ever.
Ari not on the show for one episode. We're just like, we did it, Pink Boys. We got rid of it. We got rid of the imperialist British menace. But sorry, I gotta.
But you just know with AOC, by the time she hits like 40, she's gonna be like pretty busted.
No, Latinas do well. Latinas do well, dude.
Are you sure about that? Would you like to go on the record with that?
I think the ass stays.
I'll go on the record because isn't the meme like Latinos look like phenomenal until they're 40, and then when they hit 40, they like teleport 20 years in the future and they look like they're 60.
I thought that was Russian. Asian women.
That's Russians.
No, those women stay beautiful forever. No. I dated a girl from that region, and her mom still looked great. So.
Yeah, but have you not ever seen a babushka? They're like, you know, kind of like looking motherfuckers.
A bush.
Those are like 150 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stop before I say something that I'll regret. Let's rewind for a second, and I'll stuff the politics for now because I could talk about that all day. And while I isn't here, we might as well get to it. But for now, because I'm actually curious myself. Bitcoin and what it's doing. Tyson, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, Pelos.
If it breaks 24 point...
You've been saying that level for a little while now, haven't you? Like 24.3, isn't it?
Yeah, like I called the literal fucking exact top, and then the literal fucking bottom at 20.7.
Yeah, was it down to the cent though?
I think, it was with your mom, but
well
if
played.
we break 24.35, we should make our way
Can Tyson read a
to
fucking chart?
28K.
We should make our way to 28K.
Yeah.
Okay.
I subscribe to that. I'm happy with that.
Are you being fib-pilled or something? Or is that a Fibonacci look there?
No.
Or
I actually barely use like
No,
Fibonacci
snake
these
pivots.
days.
Isn't it snake
Yeah.
pivots?
Yeah, I'm using.
I don't know what that is. Should I know what that is?
Tyson's own indicator.
It fucking it's like a cheat code for the market. It's so good.
Interesting.
He taught me how to put snake pivots onto an F chart, and I haven't used them because I'm a fucking idiot, but like I should. So
does this have to do with RSI or no?
No, it's just like literally drawing lines. It's like
okay.
It is literally lines.
It is drawing line. Drawing, what is this? The golden ratio, the golden shell circle. That's what Tyson draws on his charts.
I used to be all about like order blocks and all this stuff, but honestly, ranges mog order blocks so fucking hard.
But
this is really interesting.
Do you know what mogs ranges and fucking order blocks? If the market decides to have an update, it goes up. If it decides to have a down day, it goes down. It's literally heads or tails.
Wow, amazing.
That is
really
the real
insightful.
fucking black pill. That's the real black pill.
No, that's a really big boomer thing where you're hanging out with some boomer guy at a bar and he's talking about something. He goes, the truth is, no one can say whether it'll go up or down tomorrow. So it's like, okay, well, what is that? Then what are we doing here?
It's like, that's not helpful, is it? Like,
no, it's really not, but Adam's not helpful. So,
okay. What actually mogs everything is the fucking MACD on the weekly. That is a gigamog of everything.
I'm a little bit of a MACD. I'm a little MACDer. I'm MACD sensual. Yeah, that's fine. I'm all RSI all the time. RSI is the truth seer. It tells you everything you need to know, and it is above all the most accurate
do you mean
predictor.
Like actually RSI or some other type of RSI?
You've got to change the settings though, because the base RSI on TradingView, you got to change the fucking numbers around because they're not as good as they could
like
be.
I barely use like the real RSI, but I'm like a big fan of the stochastic.
I say Stoke RSI alongside RSI on the 4 hour. Guys, it's only taken us 37 episodes to actually talk about TA. So, great. I guess I just had to leave. Because he couldn't jump in and be like, Gordon Ramsay, I love Gordon Ramsay, or whatever the hell he does.
And then he'd be like, out of nowhere. And you'd be like, what the fuck just happened?
Actually, hold on. Let me ask the audience a question. Would you guys be interested in a TA series? Just leave a comment if you guys are.
Okay.
I want to hear Tyson's buttery smooth voice explain what the fuck a sneed pivot is in like 4K.
Listen, I can only tell you guys just to help wheel and deal for Tyson a little bit. If you've ever followed his Twitter like I had, look where I am now. Look where it got me. Hanging out with the guy and talking with him. Only good things can happen to you when you follow Tyson's TA. So he needs to do TA all my life if I can put it in a chart. But something tells me I'm bottoming outlet. Okay, yes. Well, she laughed in my face, so we know how that's going so
Tyson
far.
laughed, Moyer died.
Tyson lied, people died. So, all right.
My portfolio died with his fucking calls.
So are we feeling optimistic these days? Because I am. I'm feeling healthily optimistic, especially since we're going into midterms right now. And I think it's going to change the complexion of...
They're going to pump the market. They're going to pump like trads, aren't they, for midterms, right?
I think so. I think the complexion of the market is changing a lot. And you know what? I'm going to keep fucking talking about this until someone corrects me. But people have been talking about how the real estate market crashing is the final deck of cards to fall over. That is not going to happen. It is literally not going to happen.
Well, it's impossible because people need somewhere to live. It's like stocks and shares are an abstract concept of like ownership of a company, and ultimately a company is like it's like a collection of fucking people working towards a singular goal. Whereas in terms of like real estate and like houses, like people need like running water, they need electricity, they need a roof over their heads, and if that goes tits up, it's literal anarchy, and we have bigger things to worry about than our portfolios. That's just my take on that.
Well, that is a very timeless take, but to make it a little less broad, I'll just say buying has slowed down a little bit since mortgage rates have increased, which, duh, of course that's going to happen. But pricing has barely been affected at all. And everyone who's buying these houses or did buy it during COVID can all afford it because people are buying in cash or they were buying when it was low mortgage rates. And now the market's still pumping along at that rate. So maybe you're just going to see lower rates of increase in price, but it's still going to be happening. There's still people buying houses. There's still people putting it on.
Is real estate still pumping in the US?
Yes, it is pumping in the US, but the thing is, in the areas where it was parabolic, such as Arizona region, some regions of Seattle, California, which God knows why, and even Jersey in some cases. Florida specifically has gone on a real uptrend that hasn't slowed down at all. But places like those are tending it a little more realistic. Like if you have a 4-bedroom house that's literally a crack den in the middle of nowhere for 1.5 million, it's going to sit around for a little bit until you knock the price down. You can't get away with that anymore. You could have a few years ago, but not as much now, which that's needed. That's a healthy decrease that the market needed.
Well,
but
isn't it like
a
4-bedroom crackdown in San Francisco goes for like $8 million? Isn't that the fucking
yes. It does, and I think we're finally starting to see maybe what resembles a tail end of that, but not particularly.
You know what's weird? I saw,
haven't you, Moyer?
I saw like a catalog like homes in Miami like fucking like 10 years ago, and I saw like all these homes and they cost like 150K, 200K, and they were fucking fantastic homes. So I was always
they're McMansions though, aren't they?
You had like $250,000 in America, you could get like a sick house.
Yes, absolutely. But also, what's wrong with McMansions? McMansions are fucking sick. What do you want to live in some cottage? You want to be burning your ass off like I in his fucking shitty cottage in your fucking 350 billion year old house? You want to live in a McMansion with air conditioning and brand new construction. That's what you want to live in.
Yeah, but that shit's not gonna last, right? Like,
yeah, that shit's
not something you're gonna hand down to your kids.
Last what? What is this boomer shit? Oh, hey, okay. First off, let's suspend that we're gonna procreate. But I'll leave that one off to the side. I'll just say these houses that are getting built aren't like Huff and Puff, Three Little Pigs shit that get blown down. These houses are all fine. They don't just fall over after 20 years. That's not a thing. That's just not a thing. That's something that your country tells you so you can hate Americans. Meanwhile, we have
the voice of the average McMansion enjoyer.
Cut the feed. But call him a McMansion enjoyer and watch him see how he shrivels, how he's been found out,
how he bulks.
Yeah. So I'll just say I lived in a fucking 100-and-something-year-old house and it's still standing there. I sold it because it was a piece of shit, but whatever. Our houses are still sitting around, and that's shitty like early 1900s ingenuity. So we're here to stay, and our McMansions are here to stay. And yeah, Tyson, I talked to someone today, actually. He said he got a gorgeous house in North Carolina for $230,000. That's amazing.
That's so cheap.
Yeah, and North Carolina is a really nice state. It's not like moving to a more rural Midwestern state. There's a bit more going on there.
I feel like the best state to buy it is like the ones that's like really affected by fucking the meth epidemic, because you just know the property there is like really cheap though.
Yeah. Kensington, Philadelphia, yeah,
Montana.
Maybe. Well, no, Montana's a retirement home for L.A. Hollywood types now.
Yeah,
so the property price
really
gone way.
Oh no, it's fucking
yeah. I knew some people who were trying to go out there, but the prices are just insane. So no, that's not really a meth country.
Hold on, I have a couple more thoughts on crypto. I've been staring at the Bitcoin chart for a couple minutes now.
Couple of years, honestly, Tyson. Let's be real.
But looking at the chart, I have seen some indicators that do indicate that this is the bottom. But at the same time, I don't feel like we've we've decompressed in terms of time enough for it to flip bullish. Like it feels like it's too soon, right? So I think what this could be like a bear market rally where we pump up to 28 or 29 and then make our way back
why that
down.
Number? Why 28 or 29?
Because that's mega resistance. Pump up there, then we flip bearish, and then maybe make like a higher low, because we our previous low is like 17.5, right? So maybe it goes to like 18 or 19 or maybe even 20 or some shit. And then after that low, after like a couple months, maybe then it flips bullish. I just feel
Honestly,
like it's too soon. Yeah.
Realistically, like fucking bear markets last longer than like 9 months, dog. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
I guess bear markets are traditionally longer than bull markets, right? Isn't that how it goes, or is it the other
bear
way around?
markets are shorter.
You have to shake out every single drop of hope. You need people to start jumping off buildings because it'll never get better.
I will say though, if it breaks 28.8, we'll probably see 35, and if that breaks, we'll see 42. That's like mega resistance.
That sounds like a CME gap.
Yeah.
That sounds like it needs to be filled. Yeah. Boing. So you all heard that, right?
No.
No way you heard that. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, Tyson just made that same disgusting noise he always makes. It's like
what?
A rupturing. He went.
Wait,
He
what?
did the whole thing. Sorry.
I did not hear that.
You'll hear it in post. I'm sure. So
speaking of post, that means Postmates, which means delivering food. And look at that segue. Look at that for a fucking segue. I'm about to fucking order some McDicks, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about, what is like a fucking good fast food restaurant? Obviously, they're all shit for you.
So this has been recently, but I've just been red pilled on the double quarter pounder thanks to Moyer. I've always gotten the Big Mac, but I'm never getting the Big Mac ever again.
Yeah, that shit. They suck.
I found salvation through your amazing trades, and you found salvation through my McDonald's menu choices. You want to really get edgy? I have a pro that I learned from, that I've been apprenticed to for a good 20 years. He told me to get a double quarter pounder, but also ask for Big Mac sauce on it.
Oh,
so yeah, very technical stuff. You used to be able to go to McDonald's and get a McGangbang. I don't know if they still do that. I don't know if we talked about it on this show. A McGangbang is a McChicken put inside of a McDouble. So you can make it yourself. It's pretty good. I don't have it though. I'm too old for that. That was a young man's game. I think
we can all agree fucking chicken nuggies are next level, right? Like we can agree
at McDonald's.
Nuggets and McDicks are fucking good.
I think McDonald's has scientifically cornered the entire market. They've crystallized it into the perfect fast food meal. Nothing it's strong in all areas. Its fries are strong. Its drinks are strong.
KFC chips are better though. KFC fries, at least in Australia, are way better.
Okay, I'm not going to challenge that, but I'll just say to fortify my argument. Take it as a whole, So if you go to Burger King, you might get a good sandwich. Your fries will be shit. Yeah. And like Wendy's doesn't have the best fry game either. Their sandwiches are decent, but McDonald's it's all encompassing, and you have that sense of warmth in knowing what's coming at McDonald's. But other people don't have that same game.
I was doing some research on McDonald's, and it's actually pretty interesting. Like they were doing like really fucking badly in 2015. Like 2012 to 2015. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they tried to like wheel out like these fucking gourmet like burgers or some shit. And they had like the touchscreen where like you could customize your burger. Like that flopped like really badly.
I remember
and they were like getting overtaken by they were losing ground to like BK, they were losing ground to like fucking Shake Shack and all that. But they actually turned it around by just focusing on like the favorites. Like the fan favorites.
Like though.
And you
also,
know what? That's
one more thing that they did that was really smart. They did like these fucking celebrity meals, like the fucking Travis Scott
Kid Leroy
meal, the BTS meal.
Travis Scott.
Does it come with 3 dead kids? Question. Do I get 10 nuggets or 6 nuggets? I'm asking a genuine question.
10! Are you kidding
10.
me?
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
There was a time where they came out with a 50 nugget pack, but also, Tyson, you just accidentally gave a good lesson. It's about being true to yourself. And I also consider this politically, because people always say, oh, you need to get the independents over here. It's like, no, you need to reignite your base, because those are the people that come out and vote the most. So McDonald's needed to cater to their base, like
they'll
me.
campaign for you, and it's like the base will campaign for you. Like, cunt, you gotta go try the new fucking burger. Like, you know,
like, let's be honest, no one's going to McDonald's for fucking $25 gourmet burger. Like,
well,
no
and that was
that.
what was going on at the time. I remember seeing commercials. I was like, what is this shit? What is this shit?
That's what grilled for. That's like, you know, do you guys have grilled in New Zealand? Tyson?
Nope.
It's like a gourmet burger joint. Like, it's like a step above McDonald's. You feel less shit about yourself when you eat it, but it's still not great for you.
Yeah, the only additional thing I have to add about fast food, because I think McDonald's will always be ahead of Burger King. Burger King has decent spicy chickens. Wendy's is just okay all around, but they're so hit or miss.
Wendy's. When I'm in the States next year, I'm gonna give all your is there like White Castle and shit in California? Like, I want to try that shit.
The big one in White Castle that I like is Jack in the Box. Huge fan of Jack in the Box. You'll see that. You'll see Carl Jr.'s. Don't go to Panda Express. Panda Express is awful. In and out, of course, but which isn't even that great. But I just wanted to say real quick, it's been really hard for me, but I've boycotted Chick-fil-A. I haven't been there in years and years, and I'll never go back there.
Why? What happened?
I'll never go back there. When you watch the video during the, I love I can talk about this because I isn't on. At the height of the racial riots in 2020,
no,
that
you
were going
can't
on
say
in this...
that, Moyer. No, it's too edgy.
No, you said the word race. We're gonna get your Fed posting.
The algo's gonna kill us.
all right. I was just saying that. Oh man, I lost my train of. Oh no, I'm gonna get it back. Okay, I got it.
They were peacefully protesting, Moyer. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just got psyoped really hard. So when that was going on in this country, and there were huge tensions because of George Floyd or whatever the fuck was going on, whatever people decided to be angry about that day, the CEO of Chick-fil-A did this segment where he's like, you know what I learned in the 50s? Some story about how when men wanted to show respect for each other, they shined each other's shoes. And that's and then he like pulled color into it. He said, and black men used to shine white men's shoes. So you know what? And he was talking to some fucking rapper, some Kodak Black, some like Kodak Black fucking rapper on some dumb talk show. And he's like, you know what? Let me shine your shoes. And he goes and shines this guy's shoes, and the guy's looking down on him. And it was the most undignified, just sad, pathetic genuflection I've ever seen in my entire life. And the guy's like, yeah, how about some Chick-fil-A stock too? And I was like, fuck this. I am never going to Chick-fil-A ever again.
That gives me the same vibes as the fucking the current
Papa do you remember Papa John's? Fucking the guy went on a huge racist rant, and they like got rid of him, and Papa John like is no longer part of Papa John's. Do you know about that?
Well, real quick, what did it remind you of, Tyson?
Remember that gives me like the same vibes as the fucking Pope when he was like sucking off those immigrants.
Oh. Sucking their toes.
Not literally, but like just washing the field like this fucking migrant.
He does. Sorry, I knew what Tyson was gonna say was directly relevant to what I just said, so I just needed to say it real quick. But just to be clear, I know exactly what Papa John did. Yeah. He said something along the lines of, "I'm trying to work on not saying it as much" or something. which. Me too, brother. Me too. So
we're in that boat together.
Yeah.
Man, wasn't like on a fucking stock call or something that he just started just going off, just like relentlessly?
I can't. I might have been something like that.
Crazy motherfucker.
He's the king, and the fucking queen is Paula Deen.
Oh my god! Because she said it one time out of context. I think what is now. I remember people talking about that when I was a little kid. So, and that was 30 years ago when she did it when I was a little kid. So now it must have been 40 years ago. She said that word one time, and that's what happened to her. And you know what? She gave that apology. If I were her, I'd come back out of the darkness and be like, actually, you know what? Fuck that. I don't apologize. Whatever, you know, probably work in her favor half the time.
Yeah,
so
I was, I just wonder, like I mean, back in the day, like in the fucking 80s and 90s, I want. Could you get away with it, or was it like an insta kill?
I know I isn't
let's
here,
move
but
on really quick.
I'll leave that one alone for now. Obviously, you're talking about the carbohydrates and fat that were in Paula Deen's foods that she made.
Yes.
I don't think you can get away with it as much these days, but you know, we're all
get away
eating
with
healthier. Yeah, exactly. So I'll just lay it on. McDonald's is the king, and I don't. I'm done giving. I'm done.
McDonald's is the king.
Posturing towards anyone else.
Do you guys have good Mexican food restaurants? Like not Taco Bell, but like a little bit. You know, do you have Guzman's and Gomez in New Zealand, Tyson?
Nope, we have Mexicali and Mexifresh.
Yeah, it's like a Mexican. Do you have like nice kind of higher, like in that medium tier Mexican food, or is it just Taco Bell?
Dude, I'm not a fan of Mexican food, honestly. Like burritos and tacos are overrated.
How good are fucking nachos though?
Adam, you're like a chick right now. You're like, oh my god, I just want tacos. That's
margaritas and tacos with the girl.
I do want margaritas.
Yeah. You know what Adam's doing? He's like, oh my god, like the perfect night is like watching Harry Potter while eating pizza. Like that's it's the same.
Yeah, he's doing that. He's doing that whole thing right
My perfect night is you make me dinner. We watch something good on maybe Stranger Things. And then,
oh my god!
And then I convince you to jump off a bridge because you're not really worth it. Yeah, that's my perfect night.
There was a little bit of misogyny sprinkled in there, I think, which is great. I welcome that, along with the other things we've been talking about. But I just, what was it? I was just gonna say I'm not a huge Mexican food fan either. But the big thing everyone goes to here is Chipotle. That's the big thing.
Yeah, but
everyone
you realize more if you're ever gonna have AOC. If you're ever gonna have AOC, you're gonna love that fucking Middle America cooking. So. Yeah, Central America. Well,
it's very racist of you to imply that the Hispanic woman just wants to eat Taco Bell, but you know that's maybe you should go join Papa John. You know, say some words that I've never said in my life.
Dude, that reminds me. Like I watched a fucking old film recently, and it was like this comedy character, and this guy he goes up to like he's like on a team with a Japanese guy, and like during lunch break he goes up to the Japanese guy. He's like, I bet you'll be wanting sushi for lunch, my friend.
How old was this?
I think it was like 1990s or something.
Really? Oh, well, 1990s was the peak of society in general, so it makes sense that something funny like that was allowed to get through. But I will say, kind of a hard pivot here, but it was on my mind, and Adam just sent me a video about it. I was on a long car ride and I listened to it, and I think there was an article that came out about it as well as far as DNA testing goes. You guys into that Jon Benet Ramsay shit at all? Because it's pretty interesting.
Dude, I've heard the name like fucking 4 or 5 times already, but I have no idea what the story is.
Yeah, you go. You recently did it. Moyer, you give us the background.
Oh, no, Tyson. Basically, there's this very wealthy family in Colorado that had a 6-year-old daughter that did beauty pageants, and one morning, they woke up and found a quote-unquote ransom note that said, "We have your daughter. Give us $118,000, blah, blah, blah." And it was a really poorly written, bizarre note that spelled difficult words well and other words incorrectly on purpose. And it was just very
like
scattered.
The handwriting was all over the place. And it was like obviously trying to be like a weird throwing off kind of thing. It was really fishy.
Yeah, so so what happened was they're like, oh my gosh, and called the police, and the police were searching for her. And then the dad happens to walk down in the basement and open up this closet and actually find her dead. She was dead in the basement the entire time with a cord tied around her back. And he carries her upstairs. She was in the house dead the entire time. So the people were starting to suspect the parents killed her and then wrote that note to throw off the authorities. And to this day, there's so much that goes into this. I'm saying it very broadly, but to this day, they still haven't figured out who actually did it. And
it could have been the dad, it could have been the mom, it could have been the younger brother who, could have accidentally killed her. There's like loads of stuff, and it could have been a random person, like an intruder. Like it just makes it all just makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that, and I guess you kind of remind me of it because we talked about briefly discussed stupid Pizzagate shit. I guess it was a week or two ago, but there is at least I guess it would say 70% to 80% sure evidence that she was sexually molested. She was molested
Yeah, she was
before
abused.
her death.
She was abused.
She was sexually abused.
Yeah.
That's the term that I'm looking for. Yeah. So, and her father is mega wealthy. And some people were trying to say that he abused her or put her in abuse circles. The part that did it for me was her mom dressed her up to look a lot older than she was.
Oh, wait. I haven't heard this side of the story. Are you saying that they, like, fucking, you know, lack of a better term, and I hate to use it, hoard out their daughter?
Well, the way that they made her dress and the pictures that I'm seeing, this goes far beyond a beauty pageant. I was listening to it and I was like, oh, this girl's 13 or 14. She was 6 years old. You can't tell from the pictures because they put so much makeup on her and dressed her like an adult. It's bizarre. That was the thing that stuck out to me the most and made me think about the case twice. So I've been super into it. All that true crime stuff.
I have a really
it sucks, bro.
I have a really big recommendation for you guys. It's a long one. It's about 2.5, 3 hours long. And it's Matt Orchard Crime and Society on YouTube. Really good, really great. You know, it's like JCS. It's the same as JCS.
Yeah, it's called The Endless Riddle of Jon Benet Ramsay, and I think everyone should listen to it. It's super interesting. So I listened to that, and then a 12-minute video where the ladies just off her fucking rocker just talking about Pizzagate and shit, and that one was fun to listen to as well.
No, but this the one
I know which YouTuber. Is it really graceful? That girl?
No. It's
I don't know.
The crazy one.
I think I've seen that.
I don't know. I'll let you know, Tyson, because that's what got me. I was like, once I watched that, I said, "This sounds really outlandish. Let me listen to something more realistic." So that's when I listened to the thing that Adam recommended. What were you gonna say, Adam? You're a good kid.
So there's other one he did a couple of years ago called "The Curious Case of Daniel Holtzclaw," and it's like a 3-hour epic of like this one cop who definitely got framed for a bunch of police like misconduct, and all the police like were in it to get him to die for their sins, pretty much.
Really?
It's like really interesting, and like it's really interesting, and it shows how that department was like rotten, like, you know, obviously allegedly and blah 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 blah, was all like rotten to the core, and like I highly recommend it. If you're on a long car drive, chuck that on; it'll blow your fucking mind.
That's some serious gang stalking shit. You know, you think everyone's after you. It's like, yes, everyone is after you. That's crazy.
Actually, hold on. Speaking of gang stalking and getting exposed,
Ari's
did
here.
you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys fucking see the thing about Prince William?
No.
Dude.
Yeah.
So apparently, this person who was like close to the royal family exposed Prince William and said that he was cheating on his wife because she was like too sexually conservative. And he actually cheated on her with this family friend, and he makes the family friend like peg him in the ass.
Is this true? Or like conjecture?
Oh yeah, no one ever lies on the internet.
No.
Which one is Prince William?
He's the guy with like the massive. No. He got married first.
Yeah, the one who's married to the model.
Is he the bald one?
Yeah, he got massive bald spot.
Yeah. You know what's really crazy is that Harry gets all the attention because he has hair, but when Prince William was younger and he had hair, he was a good-looking dude, man. He was a really good-looking guy. So I'd get pegged by him if he still looked like that.
Hairless suicide watch.
Hairless.
So what happened exactly, Tyson? He was angry that Kate Middleton wouldn't have proper sex with him, so he got pegged by someone.
Yeah, he's like, just fuck me in my ass. And then she's like, no, I don't want to.
That was Tyson last night with the Thai lady boy.
No.
Hold on a second. Let me just Google real quick while we're on air. Prince William pegged. Okay. Prince of pegging. Trends with Prince William affair. The Royal House of Pegging. Okay, there might be some credence to this in the fact that what's returns well, yeah, what's his end game? But most Tyson stories don't even return Google results. This one is, so I have to give it a little bit of credence. So thank you for that. You got anything else in that bag of tricks, Tyson, while the spotlight's on you, or what?
Dude, I recently went to a shooting range and I shot the gun for the first. Almost shot multiple guns for the first time. I fucking love it, dude. It's so fucking fun.
Is it that fun?
Does it make you want to feel like you want to shoot?
Have you not done
later?
it? More?
Adam, it's just easy. See, we're not there. We're not there in his stage of his programming yet. Take it easy.
Yeah.
We already got. When you got a fish on the hook, you gotta wait a second. You don't just yank it in. Tyson's on air saying how much he loved shooting guns. We're halfway there. You know? Now all you have to do is point him to a certain token founder. We're good to go.
No, it's like, I really want to go to school recently.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Whoa!
To get educated on proper gun usage, of course.
Exactly.
All right, I got you guys owe me for bailing you out this one, but I'll just go. Well, what'd you shoot?
I shot a AK-47.
Yo, that's
and
cool.
That's pretty
semi-automatic, the pump shotgun. So fucking sick.
A semi-automatic pump shotgun.
Going full Columbine on us.
The fucking the one where you like clock it back and then it reloads it.
Oh, like a fucking like an XM, you know, in CS:GO, those fucking XM 114s.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking of, Adam.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Click, boom.
Oh, and dude, I shot like a marksman rifle as well. It's so fun.
Oh, cool. Like an SKS. I want to shoot an SKS. That'd be fucking awesome.
I've always wanted to shoot one of those old school Lincoln repeaters, the ones where it's like a handle where you reload it by pulling the handle down. I always thought those looked cool. I'd want to shoot some older classical guns.
I want to shoot a PPSH. You know those Russian ones?
Oh,
dude.
I don't know if you could handle that. I'd be too scared to handle. Like those in Thompsons, I'm sure they kick hard. You know?
Yeah.
We're not built like those men in the 40s. We're not.
I shot
like
a fucking like 382 revolver, and that shit kicks off so fucking hard. It's unreal. Like
if
it's
it has
impossible
that
to aim
ammo
that
in
shit.
it. Yeah. If you had that type of ammo in it, you probably. Was it a revolver? Those things take a second to shoot too. Yeah. No, I'm not a big fan of shooting rifles. My favorite thing I ever shot was a Sig Sauer with a silencer on it because it made me feel like I was Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell.
You're supposed to say the favorite thing you've ever shot is a communist. Moyer, that's the right answer.
Well, that might have been true a few years ago, but I'm starting to have a little respect for those guys. But, I think I'd rather shoot a libertarian than a communist these days if you lined them up for me. At least communists have conviction in their thought. Libertarians are just like, what? I don't care about that. Let people do what they want. Ugh. Cool, dude. Wow, that's great. That'll lead to something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But
I did give a memo that we're now officially communist.
Well, you got me there, Tyson.
Tyson's linked up with the PRC, and one of Pink Boys has gone to the fucking Red Boys, baby.
There's not some militant wing in New Zealand or Australia. You know how Ireland has the IRA? There's nothing like that in Australia. Like the angry Kiwis.
We have no separatist movement, which is what the IRA really is. So, because we're one united country under a single banner, you know. And
to whoever's listening right now,
don't bomb Parliament House. Don't do it.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that.
Right, we're just all shrimps under one Barbie, mate.
I haven't heard that one before.
That's a good one.
No, see, guns are fun to shoot, but I don't understand people who like them as a hobby. I don't think it's that much fun where it's time to go to the range this week. Like, you're just standing there and doing. It's not that fun.
Dude,
it's not that
the
fun.
most like red flag thing I heard when I was at the range, right? I went with a couple friends, and then when all of us finished, one of the guys was like, yeah, so whose face did you imagine when you were shooting it? I'm like, what the fuck? I was just trying to hit the target.
That's really funny because the first time I shot a gun, I was around 17 or 18, and the girl I was dating at the time was on a trip to Hawaii, and I was just mad at her for being on that trip. I guess I don't know. I thought she was even though she wasn't. So I just casually imagined the target as her face. I wasn't really angry. I was just while I'm here, I'll just imagine it's her face and then shot it. So maybe we can do a psychological deep dive.
Yeah, I think you told somebody about that, Moyer.
No, there was no malice. I was just if you gotta, it doesn't cost anything to think of a face when you shoot it. So
no,
it's not that
you
big
can't
of a
have
deal.
bad thoughts. You can't have bad thoughts. No.
Yeah. Maybe I should have taken something. So, but
when it becomes a face and a location, that's when it becomes a red flag.
Get all this out of your
system. Where is Sergei Nazarov right fucking now?
Yeah. The only time I'll allow explicit threats on this podcast is if they're towards crypto developers.
Yeah.
So, or crypto developers that may or may not be on this podcast.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that absolutely never gets old. Tyson, here's an old thing from a while ago. So this was kind of recurring, and I just got reminded of it the other day because I don't know, I saw a cute dog in the elevator around here, and what would you say? Fuck dogs.
I love dogs.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you have a harem of cats at your old place or something? What happened to them?
And I
Are
still
they
do.
All right? Okay.
So we moved in 2 years ago, and it was just one female cat, and then she like started throwing her pussy around, and then she got pregnant with like 4 kittens, and then the fucking 4 kittens, it was 2 girls and 2 guys, and then they fucking had incest, and then fucking got pregnant from themselves, and now there's like fucking 6 cats.
Red pill. That's a hard red pill from those cats.
That's the cat pill. That's the cat pill right there.
Yeah, it really, really is. A dog would never do something so base.
Cats were imported from Alabama or some shit.
No, I want one of those. I don't know if you know, but I mean, I don't think I'll ever get an animal because I'm still working on taking care of myself. But I always wanted one of those Devon Rex cats. Those cats where their eyes are really far apart. Do you ever see those? They're kind of like Siamese cats, but they're uglier in a way. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I don't think I could ever take the cat pill. Like I just can't do it.
Well, that's because you're kind of a dog yourself.
I'm also allergic to cats, which doesn't really help.
Maybe because you're not around them, but you know, you just seem like someone who's wagging their tail.
You have
and
natural
like
aversion to pussy.
Oh, he's gone and said it, folks. No, yeah, this is the latter end normie segment of our podcast. So, yeah. You guys see the football game?
Speaking of normie, my fucking Mick Dix is here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to pick it up from the front door.
All right. Good luck.
Dude, I was taking a fucking haircut yesterday, and the owner had like this fucking retarded chihuahua or some shit, and it was like psychotic, dude. It was like screaming, foaming at the mouth, running around and screaming and shit. Like,
why do people just let their dogs walk around and be like that? I don't understand how. I'll see dogs where they're just barking all day. I'll walk by houses where dogs are barking all day and they're just barking at people, and they're just being weirdos and standoffish, and it's just okay.
It's like, dude,
and then,
you've seen me walk past this like 50 times. Like, what's the end game here?
Dude, you know what? You know what you just reminded me of just by us talking about this? I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know why. Whenever I hear a story of an owner talking about their dog biting someone, they always tell it in a way where it's the other person's fault. Every time. They never say, my dog is bad and it bit someone. They usually say something that's like, well, it was getting in Charles's face and Charles doesn't like that, so he bit, like, you know, they always tell stories that way about their own dogs, and it's really annoying. It's like, no, your dog's just really bad and just can't, because
like, this fucking jerk off just came up into Terry's face and
oh, even if it bites a kid, they'll say that into Terry's face. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Yeah, it'd be great if Adam didn't come back and we just had a big boys table Tyson and Kid Moyer episode.
Real talk with Bill Maher.
Yeah, real talk with Tyson and Moyer, where we talk about the hardest hitting issues coming at you from this day. So that would be nice. But until then, we're stuck with this. So
wait, I made a fucking crucial error.
What?
I forgot to make one of the items I ordered a meal, so I got a singular cheeseburger and 10 nuggets. I didn't get any chips or any drink.
That's embarrassing, and that's an amateur mistake that I would never make.
Right there, mate.
That was that was a fucking rough one, boys.
Yeah, that's a big what's that? You fell off moment. Yeah, so.
I fell off.
Dude, okay.
Oh my goodness.
I came across something fucking weird in South Korea.
Adam, so, you're crinkling your bag. Crinkling your bag.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can you not be an idiot for 30 seconds? So, go ahead, Tyson.
Could you just shut the fuck up for 30 seconds?
What is that from?
I saw it in the film somewhere.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think it was like Ben Stiller saying that or some shit.
Yeah, that is from something. But what were you saying?
So, dude, in South Korea, apparently there's this trend of like mass weddings these days. So, like, they'll just get like 1,000 couples in a room. Who some of them have. Like,
and in America, there's a trend of mass shootings. Sorry, bye.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tyson.
So some of these people they've met like even like some of the like fucking couple days before. Like they didn't even know each other until a couple days before. But they'll get like 1,000 couples into a grand hall, and then just marry like 1,000 people at one time.
Are they people that have never met each other, or
some of them have like never met each other? Some of them have known each other for a few months, and apparently it's because of this this cult in Korea, where like they're called Moonies, right? Where their leader is like this guy called like Sun Moon or some shit.
Of course. I knew someone whose parents were in that cult. Go ahead.
Really?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. So apparently now, like they're moving to this phase where like, oh, we need to expand our church or we need to take it to the next level. So I guess that means like more weddings and
yeah, I think that guy said he was the second coming of Christ. There was something like that.
Yeah.
Koreans also believe that if you leave an electric fan on in a closed room, you'll die. So, maybe take what they say with a grain of salt.
They don't actually
Interesting.
believe that, though.
Do you know that?
I know they don't believe that, though.
No, they do.
No, they say the person died from like electric fan death as a euphemism for suicide. So when someone kills themselves, they say, "Oh yeah, he just died because of the fan," as a polite way.
Adam just misinterpreted that.
Wait, really?
You're fucking retarded, dude. Why?
This guy is just like a dumb high Australian eating McDonald's with this dumb fucking face. I can't.
The police can't fucking tell the parents, "Oh yeah, your son just fucking shot himself in the face with a shotgun." Like, they just say, "Oh no, he just died of a fan," and like most people know what that means.
So Adam thought it was the Korean fears the electric fan.
Yeah.
That's really funny how he misinterpreted that. Yeah, but there was a brief period, Tyson, I can remember within the last 10 years where South Korea was indirectly run by a woman who was deeply invested in a cult. And I don't know if it's the same one as what you're talking about. I don't think it is, but it was the country was basically run by this woman through a cult, and that's weird. That's why it's a weird country. So I didn't know there were the mass
Koreans and fucking cults, dude. Like
because they're extremely susceptible. Their entire culture is prepackaged. K-pop is prepackaged. I don't know what the hell their economy does.
Wait, did you see the video of the fucking screen falling on that K-pop dancer?
No.
Yeah,
does it?
There were all these, like, literally, like 3 days ago, there was, like, this big K-pop show. They were all dancing. And you know how they have, like, those, like, jumbotrons above the stage that show, like, video close-ups for people in the nosebleeds?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, one of those fell on a fucking dancer. Like,
Did they die? Did they died?
I think they're, like, full-on crippled.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's interesting. Yeah, so at least in America, it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but there are some differences in cultural opinions of what's popular and what's not. In South Korea, if there's one band that's popular, everyone likes it. If there's one video game that's popular, everyone plays it. It's more homogenized than ours. So I'm not surprised that they're fold into this weird culture stuff because it's just it's like followers culture.
You've actually hit on to a good point
there. I'm not saying that because they're Asian. I think it's like it happens the most in South Korea from what I've seen. But go ahead.
You've actually hit on to a good point there. It's like Koreans more than any other nationality. They worship what is mainstream more than other people do.
Yes, they do, and that's not because of capitalism. That's because of something else, and I'm not sure.
I feel like it has something to do with like America's soft colonialism on Korea. Like essentially after World War II, America helped rebuild South Korea, and they bought the whole capitalism and consumerism like hook, line, and sinker. So they really went deep.
Basically, they took us too seriously. They really did take us too seriously. They're like, oh, Americans like music and this and that, and then they just did that like, to an exaggerated degree. It's like, meanwhile, we're like, no, it's kind of all a joke. We would take us seriously. We don't. We're a mockery. America is a mockery of a country. It's just mimicking an ideal. It's a tribute to itself. Really, there's nothing. There's no heart and
it's
soul
like
through that
when
husk.
the joke flies over an entire nation's head.
Yeah, that is a really good way of putting it.
Behold the power of the Korea man.
Yeah.
You ever see that meme where it's Kanye's face in 3 different frames, and it's like when you tell a really bad joke and you're waiting for it to be over? You know, you ever see that one? Or no? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of right now in a few different contexts. But man, that hour is kind of flying by. Before we swing out of here, I give up. I give up on Mega Weapon. I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't take you to the promised land, and they couldn't take me to the promised land either.
Fucking
so
long enough, mate. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed. So Adam accidentally made a good point a week or two ago with I was trying to talk about some dumb fucking video game, some crypto video game, and Adam said they were all scams and a meme. He's right. He's right. The only way crypto will be successful in a gaming perspective is if you're playing a game like Apex or Counter-Strike.
But
and
how do you even get crypto in that? That's the fucking problem. Because every
it
game
needs to
is
be
built
it
around
needs to be a fucking popular game first, and then integrate crypto afterwards. You can't just do crypto first.
What I'm saying is, and Chainlink solved this with Halo 2. Remember, you could see smart contract scores in Halo or something. But if you could use some sort of crypto integrated into a round in Counter-Strike, something like that. That's why I think the only hope for esports and crypto to some degree in a symbiotic way is just betting, really. Betting is, I think, the saving grace of crypto and a lot of other things. So they should lean into that. They should lean into that.
You already can bet with crypto, can't you? I don't know about esports though. Actually, I don't know about esports. There are books for that.
Holy shit!
No, you can. Go ahead.
I don't know how this slipped my mind, but something really fucking interesting came up last night. So
your dad finally came home.
So when I was out to dinner, I met a sorry, that was the housekeeping.
Did Tyson just have a fucking brain aneurysm on stage? Like,
no, he was just whispering to a shadowy figure, the man behind the Tyson. Everybody, who's pulling the strings? Yeah.
No. So
Subway at 8 a.m. Sorry, go ahead.
I was out to dinner last night, and I was chatting with some people, and I met this person, and she was telling me like, if I wanted to get in the business of like being a pimp, like importing like girls from like fucking Southeast Asia to fucking New Zealand or Australia,
is Tyson becoming pimp-pilled?
I could, dude. I ran numbers, and I could make like fucking 50 grand a week.
Being a pimp.
Then you get caught and you go to fucking jail. Like, that's high, you know.
Tyson, the second you do that, you'll be encroaching on someone's territory. You can't just do that. Then you'll get in pimp wars, and then your women will have to go to war. Are you ready to get that sweet?
There's no territory in New Zealand though. Like the market's big enough.
I don't think you can't know that. You're not a gangster. You don't know that.
You don't know what goes on behind. I thought I was thinking in my head, Tyson. You were like, yeah. So last night I was at the dinner and I was talking to this girl, and she said to me, "You're disgusting. Get away from me." Don't worry about it. Just the things that pop in my head. But so hey, as long as you throw a few of those my way, we're all on the same team. I won't rat you out. So
how graceful of you.
Hey, the price for silence from me is very low. So
one Latina woman, one singular Latina,
dude. Three. All you need is like just fucking 3 girls, and you can make like 50 a month.
But what they're gonna realize they don't need you. What are you gonna do that's so useful for them?
They do need me because I'm the one like providing the apartments, and I'm doing the internet shit, and they just need like they need like a strong man.
Don't become a pimp, Tyson. This is my advice to you.
I feel like you haven't thought this one through specifically, because if I were a girl and I were a prostitute, I'd realize very quickly that they're handing me that money. So
I have a few friends who are sex workers. And,
well, I don't know, right? Like I asked them, and they said the standard rate the pimp takes is half of what the girl earns. So I'm like,
First off, that's a little bit too much, but I'm not going to let it slip by that Adam just said that. So can you expand on that, Adam?
Oh, I just have some
also,
friends
what's their
who
phone number?
pop their pussy. I mean, like, one of them works in a brothel and one of them does independent work, and they have their fucking pros and cons and shit.
Yeah. What's his name?
What is his name?
None of them have a fucking pimp because they're like not from Southeast Asia and they didn't come here on a boat.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. Maybe if there were a language issue, so they come over and they're like, "Oh, Tyson Sama, me suck you dick" or something. I don't know.
For someone from Southeast Asia to come to New Zealand or Australia, they have to pay an agent in Thailand, like 5,000 USD, for them to like get the work visa to come here. So maybe they need me to front up the money, and that's why I get half of what they earn.
Okay, I love that you're just
you're
just admitting to a crime on air.
We go over the hour mark and Tyson starts talking about selling people.
Yeah, but at the same time,
let's sell people.
At the same time, though, and I hate to sound like a libertarian myself, I understand it's not Actually, no, it really is the oldest profession in the world.
Is.
So I don't know why I'm saying that. It isn't something that's kind of a crux to the downfall of a society, actually. So maybe why isn't it legal? That's what I don't get.
If I video it and upload it online, it's illegal. But if I don't video it, then it's illegal. It makes no fucking sense. It's legal here, but like it's like in America, it makes zero fucking sense.
It's legal in New Zealand as well, Tyson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's a knowing. Oh yeah.
So why would they need you then at all if it's legal? They can just roll up and do it.
I don't know. Fuck, I didn't really think this through.
Tyson's entire plan just fucking blowed up.
Listen, kid, stick to your day job, which I'm sure you definitely have. But if you have any more illegal ideas, send them my way. I'll help you. I'll work. I'll do. What's the Socratic method? I'll ask you a few questions to get you there. So let's definitely. Let's definitely end it there. Oh, no, what I was originally talking about before I talked about how crypto games are memes. What should I get next, then? What should I get next?
Rose.
What coin? Okay.
Rose. I've been shilling you, Rose. Look, and we're still not at all-time highs. Still not even close, but we're going there. We'll be there. Soon, TM.
What was it, Ath? 70 cents?
Like 40-something.
Okay. Tyson, you got one for me?
Solana. Sell at 58. That's it.
Okay. What's it at right now? Still in the 20s?
Solana is at 44. 43. It's a nice 50% right there.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that, guys. So, Adam, what you got on the back end? What you got on?
I was just literally glancing over at the UFC, and it turns out that VeChain sponsors it, so that's definitely a bottom signal. So, see you guys at the top.
Yeah, I guess so. I had a good friend. Yeah. Adam's
now,
like,
boy.
no, quite.
Hush, boy, hush.
I have a buddy who made good money off VeChain and then quit crypto forever. So
good for him.
Man. Yep, yeah, very good for him.
He really made it. We're still stuck.
Yeah, and that was like that would have been like early. That would have been like 2019, 2018. He missed the shitstorm. Good for him.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. It was like when Link was on its way to 50 and wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah, I remember.
It was around that time where he bailed out and he said, "Hey, I got a respect for you for still hanging out in there. It's it's really hard to not sell." I'm like, for me, it's hard to sell. I wish I could just sell. Honestly, just making it in my eyes is starting to become just walking away from trading or something. I don't know. It's tough, but I'm gonna jump in on the next one.
DRNS.
Yes, exactly. That's what they all say.
Maybe the next step is just really quit crypto and just get into the pimping business.
Yeah, not with you. Jeez, I'm gonna pimp myself. You guys see there's that new movie coming out with the guy who played the Punisher called The American Gigolo. Looks fucking sick.
Is he, okay, I'm gonna close on this. The new Kino that's coming out is that fucking actor from The Mummy. What's it, Brendan something?
Brendan Fraser?
No,
yeah,
Brendan
Fraser. No, Brendan Fraser is playing a 600-pound gay man who wants to reconnect with his long lost daughter because he left her mother for his gay lover, and it's an A24 film. That sounds fucking Kino. I will be watching that day dot.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna watch the Marilyn Monroe documentary with Anna de Armas and jerk off to that. Yeah.
That goes without saying.
I am gonna watch The Sopranos for the first time.
Good choice.
What? You've never watched that?
No, I haven't. But I heard it's really good.
And Paulie passed away recently too, which is very sad. I'll just tell you, listen, those guys speak my language. Let's all just say that. Let's all just say that.
Dude, when I come to NYC, we're gonna have to fucking cosplay as the Soprano family.
I don't need to cosplay. That's all I'll tell you.
I'll be Tony. You can be Meadow and.
I would love to be Meadow. Oh my gosh, I definitely won't be his son. Oh my god, I'd rather just wear Meadow's underwear.
You're Paulie, and then
I kind of yeah.
And then Ari's definitely fucking AJ.
It's all coming together, and I won't spoil it for you, Tyson. But how far are you in? How far are you? Like
I just downloaded stuff.
Oh, okay. He's raw dogging it. He's going in for it.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you know. I cannot wait till you're done because that show ends in it's just perfection. People still talk about the ending to that show for a reason because it did things very different. Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, because the fact that it leaves things open to interpretation while people are still talking about it.
I haven't seen it.
I really want to just spoil it for you because I'm really fucking sick of people saying, "Oh, it's fucking 20. It's like fucking 30 years old." Just fucking watch it.
I'll leave the fucking podcast. I'm gonna get out. You want to talk about it?
That's all we have to do to get you out of here. Yeah, please don't go. Okay, so anyways, here's what happens in Sopranos. Here's what happens every second of the Sopranos, starting right now. No. All right. Let's get out of here. Yeah, Tyson, you got anything to say before we depart?
Barcelona sell at 48. Buy PYR, sell it $7.
Oh, dude, PYR. Okay, that brings me back. Remember when we bought that shit at $5?
Why are we still talking about that shit?
Oh, wait. Me and Tyson 10x that. That was fucking sick.
Yeah, that was a really great play. I actually was happy for you guys.
Bought like $5,000 worth of PYR, and I'm gonna flip it for a 2x at $7.77.
What is the one that you recommended to a lot of us? What, Zava? Are we still talking about that?
I still have that.
Let's not talk about that.
I'm sorry.
I still have that because I believe in Avalanche. I'm a believer.
Oh, Avalanche is based, but that specific thing.
It's like on Mega support right now.
Mega weapon support.
yeah. Previous support.
We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna be fucking memeing to the cows come home. We're like brain dead activity right now.
Yeah, well, you know it when you see it. You are the master. All right. Say goodbye, Adam. All right. All right, Tyson, you say bye.
I'll see you ladies after the show.
I am a real life American gigolo.